small business owner here in St. Paul. I have owned Fusion Salon on Snelling Avenue for over 10 years. Historically, small independent salons like mine do not have the capacity to offer benefits. In our type of setting, if my employees need to take time off, they can. However, the time is made up later and the income depends on the clients rescheduling their appointments. My goal is to have earned sick and safe time in place at Fusion Salon by January 1st, 2016.
How long have you been at Fusion?
I've been here in July, it was 10 years.
You are going to implement earned sick and fair time, is that correct?
Earned sick and safe time.
Earned sick and safe time.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me what that is?
Yeah, but earned sick and safe time is really just a day off when you're sick, when your child is sick, if you have an elderly parent that requires some attention, whatever it may be.
This is a common practice in large corporations?
Absolutely, yeah.
But not so much in smaller ones.
Smaller, right. Once again, we just don't typically have the capacity to offer that type of benefit. My people will be hearing about this from me soon. I care about them and their families, and I want them to know that their families are important to me too, and for them to be able to, for my employees to be able to care for their families and loved ones. It's important. I need to make sure that I stay competitive as an employer, but that's not my driving force. It's really more about that I care about my employees. Oftentimes small businesses are recognized as maybe 50 employees or 100 employees. We are 7 here, and so maybe more than a small business. This is a micro micro business, and so in a small independent salon such as mine, historically, no, there are absolutely no benefits.
So why is this so controversial?
I'm sure, like everything, it's driven by dollars. There will be a cost, but I feel like it's a small investment that's worth it in the long run. I think it's actually perhaps a cost saving.
Does this give you a competitive advantage as far as applying?
I think right in that sense, yes, I could stay competitive. There's a lot of salons out there that are corporate, and there's salons that are ultra independent, where the individual stylist has his or her own space and can basically be their own person. They have their own little business. And
you also mentioned something about the safety of your customers.
Right. If one of my employees or myself, if I'm sick, if I'm symptomatic someday, and it happens, one day you wake up and you start sneezing and coughing, and you could quickly turn that into a public health issue by sneezing and coughing on people. And then it's not just that, but you're touching coffee cups and you're just on and on.
This is where you're very close to your clients.
This is a very intimate setting with the general public.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And pencils that we write with, just on it, or the phone that we touch, all kinds of things. Just if somebody is sick, they really should just stay home.
You're going to implement this in the first of the year?
I might have it in place before then, but for sure I want to have it in place by January 1st, 2016.
What's the biggest part of it, the sick time or the safe time?
Well, I don't know that I need to differentiate between the two, but just to offer these days off with pay for my employees. For whatever reason, if they just need a mental health day,
You've been involved with Isaiah
For about
some
15
time.
or so years, yes.
Okay, how did that start?
Yeah, my former congregation, which has closed, the pastor that we had come on about 15 years ago, he was just using some of the tools of organizing to
Who is that?
Grant Stevenson.
I know Grant.
He used the tools of organizing. We were a small congregation that almost closed once many years ago, and through some of the involvement with Isaiah, some new life was breathed into the congregation.
Have you told your employees that?
They haven't had the official
Okay.
word, but there might be some social media that they're picking up, and they're gonna say, "What's this all about?"